You should wear your glasses more often, Steve.
These are just blue light glasses.
Oh. You should wear them more often.
Christina's like, I really like that. Really like those on you. I'm like, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you should wear 'em more often. They make your face look less angular.
Mm,
I don't know how to take that backhanded ass comment.
it's not.
I'm just saying.
My dad has COVID right now, and he's dealing with that shit. In the midst of COVID, while we're waiting on John to figure out what he's doing, he's muted. I don't know if he realizes he is or not. But in the midst of
Yeah, that's why I saw he was muted, so I was just waiting.
in the midst of my old man having COVID, this fool calls me the other day. He says, "Got two jokes for you." I'm like,
Is it is he got like
"Okay."
COVID or like diet COVID?
I'm not sure. He's like, he's fine for a little while, and then it turns around. He's like feeling like shit. Then he's feeling fine. Then he's feeling like shit. Then he's feeling. It's like just a back and forth cycle he's dealing with right now. Um,
Ick.
yeah. So I think it's like diet COVID. It's in the middle. But he had two jokes that he called me with, and I'm like, okay, shoot. He goes, if there's a and in the car together, who's driving?
Jesus, I know the answer to this one.
Yeah,
Christ.
that's an old one.
Yeah, so I've heard that since high school.
The cops.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, John's back.
And that's what he comes back to.
Ooh.
And my
That was
dad,
bad, and you should
my
feel bad.
I really don't feel bad. The other one my dad gave me was why do
Why?
so they don't have to
See, you give me shit for saying that your parents live in a very white house, and then you tell us stories like this. And
Yeah,
I
I
go,
don't.
yeah, and this is why I think your parents
I
might
don't
have
ever
like
want to
a
hear you say
underground
another
tunnel
word
under their
about
house.
that, Steve. Ever, ever,
The hell is it really that
ever.
old? Well, they sure modeled it after something.
Mm-hmm.
if my parents lived in the middle of bumfuck nowhere
Did
and
your parent
didn't
did your dad ever make you sing while you were mowing the lawn?
no actually no. I was allowed to have headphones.
Oh, he didn't force you to make music yourself. Okay.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Christ
So
on
back
cock.
down south in the land of traitors, rattlesnakes and alligators, right away, right away.
Run away,
Stupid.
Dixieland.
I fucking can't.
The
The worst part is I don't even have a good spot I can fade in at this point. I might as well call it we're like 10 minutes into the fucking episode and we haven't even done an intro yet.
To the episode.
Hi, y'all.
Because that should not be in the episode.
Yeah,
I can work
definitely
I
not.
can work that out.
No.
This shit's gonna get clipped and put on fucking YouTube.
Do not get us canceled.
Christ almighty. Anyway, yeah, episode 3. So that's great. Episode 3 starts whenever it started. It's already started. Yeah, episode 3. Anthony's here. John, Joe, and Steve.
Craig.
We're just, and Craig's here with us, of course. Always
Craig.
Craig is here, always the mindful and very very astute audio engineer.
I'm gonna die, oh Lord.
Everyone's dying just very, very slowly.
Stop, that scares
Okay,
me.
so like you know the whole thing with like antioxidants, right?
Don't
Like
even
they're
go
good for
there.
you. No, okay, so like
What whole thing
that
with antioxidants?
well the fact that like it's good to take antioxidants, but you know why it's good to take antioxidants?
I don't
Why is
know,
it?
Joe. Tell
Because
us.
Oxygen is slowly burning us all alive because that's what oxygen does.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm fine
Oxygen
with that.
is one of the most reactive materials in the universe,
Right.
and it is
Heaters.
constantly burning. Like at a molecular level, the way that it bonds and the way that it interacts with other molecules is essentially burning everything.
Heat death.
Okay.
So by removing those that oxidization, you are preventing that buildup of that like buildup of essentially rust, like on a cellular level,
I
because
don't like that.
think about what oxygen does to metal.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, iron oxide and all that. It
Okay,
turns into
and
rust, and
how much
and
of
we have
human
iron in
beings
our
are made of?
blood. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So now I'm just imagining my red blood cells with fucking rust on them, like I'm some kind of transformer with the fucking space rust disease.
Yep.
Jesus.
This guys.
You're gonna look like fucking Ironhide after he got shot by that fucking gun that homeboy was carried in the second movie.
Oh, you're talking about the one that the like leader of the leader above Optimus was shooting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that shotgun that basically it's got the space rust, which was prominent in season
Yep.
3, I think, of Transformers, the animated series back in the 1980s. Come at me. But
I want
yeah.
to say,
Yeah.
hey,
Like
on
I'm
a
just
side
imagining
note,
that happening in my red blood cells.
Yeah.
sound bored again. I don't know why, but it can. It's fucking awesome.
It's
What
also
else?
why I think that human beings are not the dominant species on this planet. It's trees.
Trees. I mean, yeah, we all saw what happened in The Happening.
Yep.
And
Trees
in
revolted, they got sick of our shit.
Lord of the Rings.
The plot of
I mean, were those
Happening
technically
stuff happened?
well, the trees revolted and made everyone commit suicide.
Lord of the Rings, them bitches got up and walked the fuck off.
You want
Oh,
Well, those
my
were Ent.
my favorite Ent was the one who was on fire and then just homie just dips his whole head into the water.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't even the
So-
fucking leader. It's the random dirt on the other end going, "Oh, my head's on fire." Bloop.
Yeah. So actually, so bringing up, so we talk about The Happening. We were actually earlier, I want to say earlier this week, we were talking about like The Happening got brought up, and we were talking about how that movie on like a first watch, it was like, what the fuck is this? What is this horse shit? But then,
Mhm.
at least for
Mhm.
me, going back and watching it again a couple times over. Now again, still saying
Oh,
not
it's a
one of M
slow
Night
burn.
Shyamalan's
Yeah.
not one of M Night Shyamalan's best movies, but however, I would say it's not the worst movie I've ever. It's not as bad as it was made out to be when it first came out and got panned.
No.
And so that got me thinking, like, what other movies, at least for you guys personally, have you guys come across that have like you've seen it and you thought it was like, this is dog shit, and then you go back to watch and you're like, you know what? Actually, I can fuck with this. Like, this is not bad. Dare I even say good?
Okay, I have an example, but here's the thing. I've always thought of the movie as good, but a lot of people say it's shit. Waterworld.
Okay.
Never
know
seen
what?
it.
I can
agree
fuck with
that.
You've never
I
seen
agree with that.
Waterworld?
Oh, so good.
Oh my
So
god,
good.
that movie is so good. Now, it's not
Oh,
a
man.
good movie. It is badly
There's a
written. The
reason
dialogue
why.
sucks.
There's a reason why it's one of Universal Studios' like big attractions.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, like no joke. Like it was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Was sitting down watching fucking Waterworld. Like that movie is so good, and it was. I mean, again, not a good movie per se. It's like I said, the dialogue shit. The plot is choppy at best.
Was it though? Like
It's really not good. It's not a good movie.
it did
It's
not
s-
have some strong scenes, but I thought that like Dennis Hopper's dialogue was fucking great.
I mean,
Mhm.
the villains were. I mean, the villains were hilarious because they just had to be ridiculous. And I mean,
I don't
that's
know why
easy.
everybody gives the dialogue so much shit. I
I
really
think
don't.
It's not good. It's
I
just
think
not.
it's
But it's a sci-fi movie. Like what
Well,
sci-fi movie
what
has
do you
like
mean?
great
What do you
dialogue?
mean not good? I mean, elaborate. I don't. That doesn't.
It's
That's
it's just when the dialogue just didn't seem to flow very well, and sometimes it just seemed, and part of it is delivery. It was just like okay, 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 like it's always seemed like it kind of fell a little bit flat of where he kind of wanted it to. Um, again, the
Mm.
Wait, are
villains
you
were great
talking
because the
about
villains were
Kevin
ridiculous.
Are you talking about Kevin Costner's acting?
I mean, just all around the whole. I mean, the whole thing was kind of all around. But the villain, I think it was Dennis Hopper who played the villain, right? Played the bad guy.
Right.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
great. He was fucking ridiculous, and he was
The
you can tell he
Deacon.
was loving that. Yeah, he was just out there being the biggest asshole he could be, and it was great. Like he was, for at least from when I was a kid. Again, I haven't seen this movie in probably like 5 or 6 years, but like from me as a kid watching it, like I thought he was great. He was my favorite. But as an adult watching it, like I still say it's a great movie. It is not worth. It is not as bad as people made it out to be
I
by any
mean,
means.
you know, what people harp on is okay, you want to say the dialogue. If you're talking about the little girl and the woman, I can't remember their names. I'm pretty sure that was that little girl's breakout role.
It
Oh,
was, yes.
it was the first movie they were ever in. I think they might have been
You
in
know,
like a couple others, but
It was Gina Triplehorn and Tina Margarino.
right, yeah, they weren't, you know, huge
yeah,
actresses, so like that, you know, that was
right.
the opportunity of a lifetime, you know.
And
So
it's not. I mean,
there's
it's
that.
not just the
But you
dialogue.
also
Like,
have to think like these people have been long since cut off from the civilization that we know, so they're kind of primitive. The
no, yeah,
dialogue's not gonna, you know,
and
the
like I said, it wasn't
dialogue's
just the
not gonna be
dialogue.
what
Like
wouldn't be like the
dialogue,
dialogue
pacing.
between you and me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and you know,
I just checked. That was her sixth movie. That was the female lead in Waterworld's sixth movie. And out of those, there's only like two of them where she was any decent, a realistic role. It was in Basic Instinct, she was the doctor, and in The Firm, she
mhm,
was Abby McDeer. Like, that's it.
yeah, yeah. But like, and like I said, it was not just the like. There's dialogue issues, there's pacing issues. Like the movie itself was like from a cinematography or like a I don't know cinematic standpoint. It's not like it was like the best thing ever made, but it is
I
not
mean,
as bad as people made it out to
Wasn't
be.
she John Connor's mom or stepmom or foster
no,
mom?
different actress.
The
Are
one you're
you
talking about, the one who
sure?
got stabbed by the T-1000.
Oh yeah, very different actress.
Maybe
I
so.
I found out, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Again, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty certain that the lady I found out the other night because we sat down and watched the original It. You know, the mini
Sure.
the TV series they turned into a movie with Tim Curry
Mhm.
and the lady who plays adult Bev. I'm pretty sure was the same lady who played Jenny in Forrest Gump. I'm I was like 90%
In
certain
what movie?
in the original It. The OG It with Tim Curry. The lady who plays Bev.
Robin Wright? No, I don't think
No?
that. No, no.
No, I thought it was the same lady who played Jenny, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look." Again, could be fucking wrong. I might be
No.
very wrong.
No, 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 no. Yeah, but the woman who played Jeanette from freaking from T2 is Private
Mhm.
Vasquez from Aliens.
Oh, nice.
That I did know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because James Cameron loves her.
Well, yeah, James Cameron got his peoples. Just like Adam Sandler's got his peoples. But anyway, but yeah, no, Waterworld's a good pick though. I love Waterworld though. I really do. Like that's a
Yeah,
good movie just to put on watch on like a summer day when it's hot.
the most mind-boggling like film cameo I think I've ever seen. And it wasn't until later in life that I realized it, but was Glenn Close's cameo in Hook.
Wait, who's cameo on what?
Glenn Close's cameo in Hook.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Everybody's cameo in Hook.
Yeah.
Dude, Glenn Close was the pirate that got thrown into the boo box.
Yeah, I love that. Was great.
That was Glenn Close in like male clothing
In
and
full
makeup.
male drag, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was great.
But here's the thing, she wasn't the only one. Jimmy fucking Buffett is one of the pirates.
That's funny.
And George Lucas and Carrie Fisher.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I did not know Carrie Fisher was in there.
Yeah, it's George Lucas and Carrie Fisher are the couple on the bridge when Tinkerbell's fairy dust carries them to Neverland the first time. They're the couple
Mhm.
kissing on the bridge.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I did not
Mhm.
know that. So, John, what's a John, what's a movie that that you saw first, thought it really sucked, and then came back later in life was like, you know what? Nah.
Mm.
I did not think this. You'd have to think this hard.
Mm.
Well, there's quite a few that come to mind, but
I know.
just nail one down.
Yeah, what's one that really stuck out? Like really sticks out in your head?
Sorry.
Mm.
No, you're fine. It just made me I chuckle every time I hear it because I know what it is. But
You know what? I'm gonna give Taylor Kitchener a shout, man. Battleship. I thought
Oh
it was
yeah.
kind of a dog
Mhm.
shit action movie when I first saw it, and then I like went back. And I was like, you know what? This is actually not a bad movie at all.
no,
And I think Taylor Kitchener gets. I think I'm Kitchener. I think
Yeah.
I'm saying it right.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Kish. Yeah.
Kit.
I mean, the guy gets a lot of shit. He's not bad. He's not a bad actor. Man.
Taylor
He's just gotten
Kitsch.
Kitsch. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Lone Survivor as well, man. He did great in that. And
You know what? He has another one like that too. And you know what? That movie does not get its due. John Carter.
oh yeah, I was gonna say
yes,
I know where you're going, John Carter. Like that
John
was
fucking
actually
Carter.
that
yes,
was an original idea, and that's why it got rejected.
yeah. That's it. Yeah, people
So
apparently just didn't like the idea of original movie.
Disney
Well,
spent
you know, it was
millions of dollars in research to figure out why that movie didn't do well. I actually knew someone
Yeah.
on the marketing team.
Oh yeah.
His only job was to try to figure out why that movie didn't do well and how to prevent it in the future.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's all he
That's really
did for
funny.
Disney.
That's really funny. Cause like that movie, cause yeah, I saw that when I first saw that one too. I was like, this is kind of what the fuck is this? But then like going back and I watched it a few other times, I was like, this isn't terrible. Like this isn't a
No.
bad movie. This is a pretty good, like for the original story, pretty good. Especially because
I will say this
ugh,
that movie requires you to have some a kind
Thought.
of imagination. No,
And an,
imagination. You kind
and a
of have
little bit
to.
of an intellect. You have to like actually like be able to track a plot.
well, yeah, everyone's so used to like rehashed fucking storylines and remakes and reboots and superhero movies and shit that like, oh, they threw out an original fucking storyline. All some people can't follow it. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies where he's just like movies that on the first watch are like, or people look at it and go like they're like not really into it, or like doesn't get reviewed very well, but they're fucking amazing when you watch them like after the fact. Like even
Hmm.
like as bad as it was, X-Men Origins, his portrayal as Remy LeBeau Gambit was so spot on.
Oh yeah,
Like nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, and like
yeah.
even that X-Men Origins, like the X-Men Origins movie isn't that bad. Really, if you go back to watch it, not bad.
Is it the best? No. But
No,
yeah.
they fucked up Deadpool. Absolutely, they fucked Deadpool and they came back and they did it better. But like for just a
Uh
movie? Yeah, Deadpool shows up. That's the one where he shows up and he's got the fucking mouth thing and he's like, "Oh, looks like Stryker finally learned how to shut you
That's
up."
when Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool the first time, but he was
Yeah.
Frankenpool.
Yeah, and
yeah, he's in a lot of movies that just didn't do that well. I mean,
Green
I
Lantern.
like him.
Green Lantern, that's another
He's not
one.
in Green
You go
Lantern.
Ryan Reynolds?
Really?
He is Green
Oh,
Lantern.
Oh,
Ryan
yeah,
Reynolds
yeah.
is Green
Stupid.
Lantern. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, we were talking. I thought we were still on Taylor Kitsch.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, I'm looking at his filmography right now, and it's pretty much all filled with movies like that. I'm looking at
I didn't realize he was in Snakes on a Plane.
Yep, Snakes on a Plane, the Covenant, Battleship, Savages,
Huh.
21
That-
Bridges.
you know what?
Terminal
American
List.
Assassin.
I take it back. I take it back.
What?
Savages.
Mm.
Savages.
You
That's
mean
that's my Taylor Kitsch movie. That was
do you
kind
mean
of
Latin American Boondock Saints?
I'm gonna need you to take that disrespectful tone out of your mouth. sir.
Boondock Saints
my
was
number
an
one favorite movie
amazing
of all time.
fucking movie.
Boondock Saints is my number one favorite movie of all
Oh
time.
yeah.
I'm
I
still-
call it unofficial Army of Two.
I'm
really is.
still,
Army of Two, the
still
movie.
pissed off to the fact that they
Oh.
left us in a cliffhanger with
No,
two
they're working on it.
fucking movies.
They're working on it.
Bullshit. They've been working on
Yeah,
this
they're-
fucking movie for years.
Well, they got to crowdfund it. No studio's
Yeah,
gonna pick it
they're
up. The second one
self-funding it.
didn't do.
It's
yeah, the
fan
which is-
crowdfunded.
Yeah, the
you know
second
what?
one didn't do
Controversial
well.
opinion. The second one was great.
The second one
The
was really
second
good. It
one
just
was
didn't do great.
awesome.
The second one was awesome, but it was also a very much a fan service movie because they fan funded it. Like I get it. So like
Yeah.
it's definitely a fan service movie, but oh howdy was it fun. That was one of the most fun movies I watched. Like
Ding dong, motherfuckers!
Ding dong.
Okay. Speaking, let's talk
Hey.
about that real quick. Who
My favorite
is
is
of all-
the fucking
First of
gun
all,
guy.
those Desert Eagles were just
Oh my God.
absolutely obscene.
My
Oh,
That
favorite
is the
my
most
favorite line.
impractical handgun
My
ever.
favorite line in that entire fucking movie is when the guy who sells them the guns looks at their little buddy and goes,
You look like
"Look,
you've seen one up close.
looks like you've seen one up close."
You look like you might have seen one up close. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
because he's looking at because they're giving him shit about the guns, and he looks at the guy and
These
goes,
make you
"Hey,
look good."
do these make me look gay?" And the guy looks at him and goes, "Yeah, it looks like you've seen one up close."
No, you can't do it. You can't do it justice. You got to do it with
Oh.
the accent. Be like, give me the
Yeah,
the
you
line.
look
I
like
got
you
you.
might
I
have
got
seen
you.
one up close.
Oh, the guy, he was an Irish dude. It looks like you've seen one up
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, kind of
You might
seems
have
like you've seen one up close.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
he's not.
just-
He's
it's
not
fucking
just
so
Irish. He's
fucking
Boston Irish. There's a difference.
Yeah. But he's
Mm.
so fucking. It's just the best fucking line in the movie. The best goddamn line in the movie. But overall, though, that movie's fucking
I'm
great.
pretty sure those Desert Eagles were 50 AE. So I mean,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they were
I'm
ridiculous.
pretty sure
Unpractical.
those types of barrels are exclusive to 50 AE. They might be for 44. I don't know.
All I
know is they are
absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, those are the most impractical Desert Eagles. Like I
They're
mean,
s-
the suppressors on
were-
those were just ridiculous.
I love that movie so much.
They were 357 Magnums.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Really?
I forgot they did. I
Mhm.
forgot they do 357 Magnum and Desert Eagles. Now.
I didn't know they did a.
the original
So
Desert
I had
Eagle was
I had
the-
a customer at my last job. He was an interesting cat. This dude would come in with a different gun on his hip. One time he came in, he had a freaking Keltec Sub 2000, the little folding Keltec, like sticking
Oh,
out of his
yeah.
pocket,
Mm.
and he had a drum mag in his back pocket. And I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
Why?
Who
What
do
are
you
you
have
doing,
beef
man?
with?
Who do you? What are you expecting to?
You know,
what do you?
He
What
he
kind of
brought-
issue?
He brought in one time he had a what was it, a Glock 23, a 40 cal. He had one of those with one of those like little stabilizing stocks that came off from the side that you just like whip it, but like the damn stock for it was like sticking down past his jacket. Like, I mean, sometimes it was just ridiculous stuff. And then one day, dude comes in with a Desert Eagle.
Mm.
I was like, I'm gonna say his name was Keith. I was like, Keith, why are you open carrying a Desert Eagle?
Because why not? I mean, it's North
This
Carolina. Why
guy,
not?
no.
Because America.
This one was in 50 AE. He was carrying around a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. And he was like, I got the other ones in the car. I was like, the other ones? This man proceeds to come in and he brings one in 44 and 357. The one that was in 357 was like, it felt dangerously light and it was all bored and drilled out. Oh, sick. And I was like, why do you have three Magnum Research Desert Eagles, dude? Why?
Because
Because of
He's just
America.
carrying 'em
God.
around.
Why not?
I just appreciate
He's
the
just
fact
carrying
that
them around. No big
we just
deal.
constantly devolve this podcast into gun talk. It's like where it all goes
It's-
back to every time.
No, it doesn't.
It's a go-to topic.
Don't
I mean,
lie
not
on these
every
people.
time. Not
Look,
every time. I mean, the last
hey,
one and this
hey,
one, but
Hey, you know what? If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels. It's just weird it happened twice.
Fucking 2 nickels. Fuck you, Joe.
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ. This episode of the Dummy Time Podcast is brought to you in part by Southeast Carolina Crossroads. Addiction is a struggle many Americans suffer with. Being a slave to your vices is never a life one wants to lead, and in today's day and age, finding help with addiction, especially for men, can be just as daunting as the addiction itself. Southeast Carolina Crossroads wants to help you break free from the chains of addiction and give you the tools to help not only get out of the damaging cycle, but also provide skills and lessons to help maintain your sobriety. Their 13-week or 90-day residential program is designed to help men get the support they may desperately need to break free from their addiction and go on to live fulfilling lives without the shadows of drugs or alcohol. I have a great friend that suffered with alcoholism. It was ruining his life, his body, and destroying the person that I knew. And although I am not personally a religious person, I was able to see that the good Crossroads had done for him, and I couldn't recommend them more. So if you or a loved one are struggling to kick their addiction, give Crossroads a call at 910-549 8487 or apply online at secarolinacrossroads.com. Once again, that is 910-549-8487, or you can also apply online at secarolinacrossroads.com. Thank you, Southeast Carolina Crossroads, for helping my friend and sponsoring today's podcast.
If I had to pick though between the two movie guns, like what I'd want to own, I want the original. The 92 FS is still, in my opinion, one of the greatest firearms.
Oh,
ever
absolutely,
created.
100%.
Yeah, I've looked for.
Those were just,
I've
for
wanted
the
to buy a
most part,
Beretta
when you
92
can't
FS
beat
my
a
entire
Beretta.
life. Yeah, I've wanted to buy a Beretta. I almost bought a Beretta, but they wanted like $500 for it, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm
That's
gonna buy
it?
that little. Yeah, they wanted. But at the time, I
It's
was
not
20
bad.
something years old. It's not bad, but I was 20 something years old, and I had $300 in my pocket. And I said, you know what? Instead, I'm gonna take that Ruger semi-automatic. Thank you.
Mm.
There you
No,
go.
John knew about my Ruger. My Ruger was a nice little gun. I ended up selling it just because I needed the money, and I
Oh,
wasn't able
that's
to go to
right.
range.
I
So
remember that.
yeah, I love that little Ruger. That was a nice
I
one.
remember that gun.
Yeah,
They're
that's a
going
nice little thing.
800 a piece now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, this was shit. I was 20. I was probably 19, 20. So this has been like
I will say
2010, 2011.
suppressors have gone down significantly in price.
Ah, we
I
don't
wonder
talk
why.
about those in this state. No, we do not.
No, not in New York.
Well,
no, we do not.
I live in a legal state.
We don't do it in Illinois either.
They don't have those in their state and they don't own them. But I live in
Mr.
a state
Three-letter
where it is
organization
legal.
listening to this podcast, I do not own any of these.
Yes.
Miss-
It is a
yeah,
legal,
Mr.
it
FBI
is,
agent,
it
leave us
is
alone.
legal to own them in the state that I live in.
Absolutely legal.
We're spread all over the country. Leave us the fuck alone.
Yes.
You can't stop us. We're everywhere.
Speaking of which, John, tell me again how to drill the third hole.
Get out to drill the third hole.
I don't even.
Jesus. Oh,
Anyway,
Steve,
back to
what's-
topic.
Well, Steve,
Uh,
yeah, we haven't gotten your movie yet.
Some movies, yeah.
Yeah, what's your movie that wasn't
Mine's
good the first time?
mine's probably going to be disagreed on highly because of the movie it is, but when I first watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail, I've sat for fucking 15 minutes of that movie going, what in the fuck am I watching?
No, you just don't understand.
Why?
You didn't understand
Was
British
this
humor.
was this before or after you met me?
Probably
Before.
before, dude. Yeah, dude.
Before.
You were probably
Well,
just too
before-
young
okay,
to
okay.
understand. You
Before
were
I
too
met
young
you
to
in
understand British
person.
humor. That's all.
Before I met you in person. But
Whatever. Still,
here's the where the fucked up part of this whole thing comes in. The second time I watched it, I got that shit, and I'm like, okay, this is fucking hilarious. Mind you, I was not sober, but like I was fucked up when I watched it the second time. I'm like, okay, this makes sense now.
You know what movie is really fun to get real toasted and watch is The Life of Brian. Either that one or I think it's called The Facts of Life.
The meaning of life.
The Meaning of Life. Yes, The
absolutely.
Meaning of Life. The Meaning of Life was the second Monty Python movie I watched with my old man. And when I tell you I have never laughed so fucking hard the first time I watched it, and then when I was a kid with him, but then the second time I watched it, I was an adult. just sitting on my couch. I just got off work. I was good and like right where I like to be after I got off work. You know what I mean? And I threw that movie on, and I laughed so fucking hard my stomach hurt.
I'm
That
gonna
movie's one of the
raise you.
funniest goddamn movies.
I'm gonna raise you. Funniest movie, especially when high. It's a mad world.
That one's not bad.
When you're toasted, that movie is fucking ridiculous.
You know what was really, really fun that I actually would suggest, because especially if you watch especially if you like to just pick apart movies, is get really up there and go watch the Twilight series, because you can sit and just pick that movie apart and it becomes fucking hilarious.
No,
Like,
I mean, if
not
you're
gonna
gonna,
lie,
if you,
Twilight's one of my favorite comedy series.
if
I
was
don't know
gonna
that
do
I
all
would
that, I'd
consider it a
watch
comedy
Tag.
series.
Now, my favorite
If I wa-
comedy series. Oh, no, go ahead, go. Yeah.
If I was gonna do that today, I'd get all toasty and watch Tag.
Good movie.
I did
Yeah,
I did
Tag, good.
that. I did that when I was still smoking, and oh my god, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life.
So if you
know-
want a movie that you
It's
can
just
pick apart,
Jeremy Renner's like little breakdown of the situations when he's like looking to make his escape is just like CIA level. I was like, why? What is this
Two
man, the
broken arms.
Equalizer?
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the freaking as far as like that category of movie, like where you can break it apart and it's just fucking hysterical. We used to have a drinking game around Children of the Corn Part 3, Urban Harvest.
Oh man.
And let me
Yeah.
tell you, the taking the virginity of someone who has not seen this movie while drinking to it is the funniest shit you will ever experience as a cinema viewer.
Yeah.
I've got one
No,
for
there's-
you, and I'm
What is it?
gonna take
There's
you
a-
I'm gonna take you old school on this one as a comedy movie that honestly would not survive in current time frame due to the whole quote unquote cancel culture shit is Smokey and the Bandit.
Listen, Gen Z eventually are gonna get the same age as us, and they're gonna realize the world sucks and be just as
Yeah,
cynical
they're
as
gonna be
we are.
just as
So
pissed
like,
off. But I mean,
give it
if
some time.
you
But Smoking the Bandit, I fucking love that movie.
like think about it, that was raw as humor that would not survive now because of the jokes that were subliminal jokes that were made throughout that movie were just like off cuff, and you're like, yeah. So if you go back and watch it now, you're like, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. Because it's just,
Oh yeah.
it's very, because the time frame it was made in, that stuff was okay. That stuff was
I'll raise you
seen
blazing saddles.
as a joke.
Oh shit. I haven't
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles any of his movies.
I
Yeah.
think we need another one.
We do.
I agree. We need another.
We need another.
Blazing Saddles.
We need another
because-
Blazing Saddles. We need another airplane.
I was actually watching someone break down the whole thing with producers, Blazing Saddles, and that Mel Brooks basically figured out the way to defeat racism and to defeat super fascist politics is simply just making it funny. If you don't take them serious whatsoever and you reduce them to a joke, they lose all their power.
Look up Jack Black singing "We're Men in Tights."
Oh yeah, fucking
Mel
Yeah.
Brooks, like in the video, like Mel Brooks is literally sitting right next to President Obama. Yeah, little older and frailer, poor old man.
That man is still working at
Uh-huh.
almost 100.
Yeah,
He's
still writing, still
kicking now.
producing.
I'm not, but I'm just like, oh man, I will be sad. I was really,
I will
be
really
devastated.
sad. I was really sad when Gilbert
He's got
Gottfried
2
passed
years.
away.
He's got to hit. I want him to hit triple digits. I want him to have that honor.
I
I
do
really
too.
hope.
I was
really hope-
very sad when Gilbert Godfrey passed away. Like, I mean, Andre literally got me a personalized birthday message from Gilbert Godfrey,
Uh-huh.
like recorded and everything. Like, because he was,
Like a
I
cameo.
loved his comedy. That dude had me in stitches.
Oh
Same
yeah,
with
love
Mel
Gil.
Brooks. I
Yeah.
will be devastated. I've seen
I'm not.
so many, like most of his movies.
I'm not even gonna lie. I really hope that we
Spaceballs 2
don't.
is coming.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I
and
I really hope we don't carry the curse that I've seen in so many other podcasts where we talk about someone who's famous and also they die a week later.
ugh. Wait, that's
God.
happened?
Don't
No,
do
would
that.
be
Don't do
terrible.
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh man, most of there's like
just shut up.
there's
Don't
shut
put
up,
that out
stop,
there.
Stop. Just stop. Just stop. Get some help.
Jesus. But yeah, so it's not listed on IMDb or anything like that. You have to go into like Variety to read about it.
Stop it. I was waiting for a
Right.
second, you scumbag.
you have to go look, so they don't have it on IMDb. You just gotta go dig it up.
No, but Josh Gad and him are producing through Amazon Spaceballs 2.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And Josh Gad's attached. Josh Gad has got it.
Yep, and
That dude
he's
is
Josh
fucking
Gad
hilarious.
is starring in the movie.
Yeah, Josh Gad is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, oh
And
my god,
smart.
he is so funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's very smart, very talented. Like
You know what?
Josh Gad teaming up with Mel Brooks. I got it. I'm okay with it.
Speaking of underrated, so do any of you guys have Apple TV Plus?
Nope.
No.
No,
Central Park.
I'm not a board.
I think it's better than Bob's Burgers.
I haven't seen it yet, so I couldn't. tell you.
Bob's
It's
Burgers
so-
is fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
I know, and the people from Bob's Burgers made a musical show starring him.
H. John Benjamin.
No, not H. John Benjamin. They don't have the original cast from there. They took a bunch of Broadway people, put them in Bob's Burgers voice acting, and then just wrote a musical TV show about Central Park in New York City in general, and
That's really
it's
funny.
flawless. Fucking Stanley Tucci's in it, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
the cast list for this shit is wild. They have like the previous lead from Hamilton, the other guy, not
Not what's his face, but the other. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
not Lin-Manuel.
Yeah. That's. I was like, he's got a lady's name.
What the
But,
fuck is that actor's name?
So Lin-Manuel Miranda, everybody knows what his big thing for is. He's with his is fucking Christ, I can't remember the damn play now.
Moana, Hamilton.
Well,
We just saw
Hamilton,
in the Heights.
Hamilton.
In the Heights.
Heights.
There's another one that I cannot remember what the damn name of the movie was that Leo was watching. He was watching a movie, and I'm like, I had to stop.
Vivo. He did Vivo.
Yeah, Vivo was good.
It may have
Vivo
been
was
Vivo.
amazing.
Was that the
In
little?
Vivo,
was
Lin-Manuel
that
Miranda
the?
plays-
Was
he
it about a
talking-
monkey?
Yes.
Yeah, he plays a
Vivo.
monkey. Yeah, Vivo.
Whenever he was singing, I'm sitting there. I'm like, what in the? I've heard this name, and I had to rewind it, and I'm like, okay, that's Hamilton. So speaking of Hamilton, though,
That's
I don't
Hamilton.
know. Yeah, like dude wrote and everything, and is like the main
Yeah.
character for the play, Broadway play.
I mean, yeah.
But they're coming back. I think they're coming back this season to Tanger.
Nice.
Oh, Hamilton
Yeah.
is?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's a great show.
It really is.
wanna
I
see
was
it
so happy they
become-
put it on Disney.
I have not failed to cry once at after seeing the ending of that show. Every goddamn time. Listening to that ending song, I cry every goddamn time.
Oh,
It's so
that's
beautiful.
adorable. No, I just like the music in Hamilton. I was really happy when they put it on Disney Plus. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, my
Yes,
grandfather wanted to go see it at Tanger, and I'm like, I told my grandmother, I'm like, you may want to check that out on YouTube first, because I'm pretty sure he's not gonna enjoy that at all.
Mm.
And like he wouldn't, because it's an upbeat, sort of like upbeat hip hop to a point. Not hip hop, really. That's not the way to.
No,
describe
it
I mean,
is.
it has. It's
Yeah,
got.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's got a lot of those elements in it.
It's
yeah.
a hip hop and rap show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I can give it that.
with what my wife does, I
I think we just lost Steve.
Oops.
In the middle of it. Just,
Built first.
there you
That
are.
gets
You're back.
built. What, did I leave?
You just
Yeah, you
disappeared for like
yeah.
10 seconds.
Oh,
Did
I don't know.
leave?
On my end, I've been here.
You didn't leave. You just went completely silent.
So
You're just completely dead.
the circle on the set, if you go on Netflix or whatever and watch it, or
Yeah.
not Netflix, I think it's Disney, and watch it, that circle part is built first,
Right.
and everything else is built around it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
that makes sense.
all that shit's insane, and it's heavy as hell.
Oh yeah.
The only
A lot of moving
show,
parts.
the
and-
only show that I helped take apart that was worse than that was Frozen. Frozen set was stupid.
They have a musical for Frozen?
Yes.
It's actually really good.
I didn't
It
know they
was.
had a
I
stage
watched
show.
it.
I want to see that.
Yes, I watched it. It was really good.
Listen,
there
I
was a
understand all the hate
couple.
on Frozen, but I love
There
that
was a
movie.
couple pieces that they've done away with because they've had to continuously work on them, show after show, like location after location after location.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Well, just getting dinged
it's
up and crap.
insane. Like a lot of these plays.
Mm.
Oh, not that it's getting dinged up, because I mean, once it's on stage, it doesn't move because these set
Yeah.
pieces are stupid heavy that they don't move. It's just the set pieces they're doing away with, that they done away with this past run, were automated pieces that like shot out to a point and like shot out, and they're just having to fix it because it would break, and it would break in places, and it's just, after a while they're like, we're just retiring these pieces,
I'm just
like we're
imagining one of
using
those
them at all.
pieces- I'm just imagining one of those pieces just shooting out and knocking one of the actors or actresses like across the stage and off the fucking side, just let it go.
Oh, bro, the shit that like comes to Broadway nowadays is insane. Like shows that like you wouldn't think would be shows. Like there is currently on Broadway right now, The Outsiders, a musical. The Notebook, the musical, and my personal favorite, Back to the Future, the musical.
Jesus.
That's
Christ. So,
coming
you want
to Tanger also this round.
Joe, you can appreciate how you can appreciate this level of stupid. You want to know how stupid I am? Up until I want to say a month ago, up until a fucking month ago, I thought Broadway was a very specific theater in New
Oh.
York City. I thought
Oh,
people said
honey,
it's gonna go on
baby.
Broadway. I thought people say I want to make it on Broadway. They were trying to make it to a very specific theater in New York City. No, I come to
Oh.
find out a month ago
Sir.
that Broadway is actually a whole fucking street that's just nothing but theaters.
Sir.
I swear to God, I thought Broadway was just a single theater called Broadway. That was where people really, when they wanted to make it, it was a big, fancy, goddamn theater. And it was like, that was the place to fucking be for like, stage actors and actresses. That's just that one theater. Nope, it's a whole goddamn street full of
No,
theaters.
you know what's crazy what's even crazier is that actual Broadway street, there's only like 3 or 4 actual theaters on that street. Like almost all of it is within like a block over of Broadway.
Oh, yeah, see,
They're on side streets off of Broadway.
That's really funny. But yeah, I thought Broadway, when we were like, I'm gonna go to Broadway, I'm gonna go to this one theater in New York City, not this group of theaters that just surround this apparently corner block.
So Tanger this season is getting Mamma Mia and Juliet, Hamilton, which we just talked about, Michael Jackson the musical, the
Ooh,
Neil
yeah.
Diamond, the Neil Diamond musical, A Beautiful Noise, Back to the Future, and a Broadway musical called Some Like It Hot.
I want to hear
Very
Or
Biff
the
sing
big
about.
ones.
I want to hear Biff sing.
Right.
But yeah,
I'll try and video if I can actually go see it, because I want to go see that one. I will try and video it and send it to you.
Please do. Please fucking do. That just that would make my day.
But yeah, like arguably, I would say the three best theaters in Broadway itself on the New Amsterdam, the Stephen Sondheim, and the Schubert Theater, like are arguably like three of the most prominent playhouses. And the St. James Theater too. And only one of them is really running anything great right now. The New Amsterdam is running Aladdin.
All right. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that was the education I got like a month ago.
Mm.
So
Joe Gatto's coming
yay.
also.
What show?
Joe Gatto.
Mm.
Huh.
And
That should be fun, though.
LeVar Burton's coming
Ooh.
in
fucking LeVar Burton was
October.
great. Fucking love me some LeVar Burton. The man who taught me how to read.
And also was in Star Trek.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was in Star Trek too, but he literally taught me how to read.
Right?
Like, LeVar Burton's a man. If I could get LeVar Burton to be a guest on here, I'd fucking cry. I am going to be trying to get some guests on here. I am working on trying to get some guest people to come and hang out with us.
Nice.
Working on that. That's a thing I work in the background, but we're getting about that time where we can start to wrap up because we're hitting about 45-ish minutes. So just as like a note of where we're at. But
Sure.
oh man. But shit, yeah. Dude, yeah, it took me until 35 years of life. Didn't know Broadway was a whole group of theaters.
Yep.
And I've been to New York City. I've been there. Walked past it.
So if
Walked
you
past
have
the street.
if you get a chance, and I can look really quick, if you get a chance to come in whenever they're doing Back to the Future, then we can try and get tickets.
Never.
That would be. I would totally go see Back to the Future the musical, just so I could be like, I went to go see Back to the Future the musical.
Never. I had to sit through Carmen, and I thought I was going to actually unalive.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, you okay? Don't talk to me about sitting through an opera until you've had to sit through the ring cycle. Like that's fucking show. Jesus
It's
Christ.
May 6th. It's May 6th through the 11th.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make a GG the musical.
Okay,
They should bring-
if watched in its entirety, it is a 15-hour long show.
No.
And
No.
and generally it's watched over the course of 4 nights.
Christ.
No.
I
No,
would
no.
not be able to sit through that.
No.
No. I'm not about that. Nope. Why would you sit? Who would put themselves to sit through a show that long?
I mean, if you really love opera.
There is
are
no one that I
pretentious.
know of. There is no one I know that loves opera that fucking much.
Well, there are, because people literally come to watch it all the time.
Ugh.
And there are literally like companies that will run it in continuous they'll run a 15-hour long production.
The people that go to watch a 15-hour long opera are the kinds of people that have too much money and too much time on their hands. Those are not the guys like us who have to go to work every single day. Like a 15-hour opera in this economy? Come on now. Hello, cat. War is coming to tell me how displeased she is with the fact that I'm still sitting in my chair. But
basically it's
Jesus.
the like entire telling of like the Nordic like mythology.
Yeah, I can learn all that on YouTube in 15 minutes, not 15 hours.
Facts. Facts. I could go to the fucking YouTube college and learn that shit way faster.
No, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a pretty fucking great show. It's just, I couldn't sit through like that long of an opera. That man, my neck,
No.
thinking about that hurts my neck and my ass.
No, no.
But oh man,
Hey man,
yeah,
you want to
that's
go to
just.
this 15-hour long opera? No.
I thought of a great first date for us, honey. Oh yeah, really? Yeah, we're gonna go to this 15-hour opera. We're gonna learn everything there is.
I'm just gonna end up having the same headache Abraham Lincoln had.
Jesus Christ. All right, on that. Well, appreciate everyone coming out, hanging out with us again. Man, episode 3. That's 3. We get to 10. That's pretty much it. We just keep rocking and rolling. We're good. Like
Yeah.
that's like my mark. If you can get a consistent group to hit 10 episodes, you might as well just be like, all right, cool. This is what we got. There we are, episode 3, still going. But make sure to go and check us out again. You can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com at MSG9K1. That way you can get our gaming videos and stuff like that, all that good fun things.
Make sure
And
you
can follow
headbutt
us
that
on.
like and subscribe button.
Yes, rate us 5 stars on Spotify, because that actually really does. Like, I know you hear a lot of podcasts will say, "Oh, rate us 5 stars." It really helps us. It actually does help us because we are a fledgling group. So
Help me.
yes, help
Since when
me.
did we become Mandalorians? Fledglings.
We are a
Jesus.
fledgling little group. So
Jesus.
actually rating us and
This is
sharing
the
us
way.
and telling your friends will actually help us out a lot. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. And you can find us on Twitter at MSG9K1. Still getting the DTF Twitter getting running, so and the actual podcast Twitter up and running. I might make that today or tomorrow while I'm sitting at work. Who knows? But we will see everybody on the next one. Bye.
Ah.